I'll be reacting to Selection Project Episode 3. I'll be watching it from Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0, go. Kadokawa. See, I love that name of the company. It just has a nice ring to it. All right, now it is here. I mean, it makes sense that Narena would be the one that's the most on edge. This is definitely giving me some really similar vibes to Idol Project again, with the whole two of the main girls in Idol Pride had a fascination with the idol that died, which in that series it's been a while. I think it was, I know it wasn't Mana, but it was an idol that died. They had a fascination. And this is starting to feel similar where you've got our main girl from the first episode, and then you've got Reina have a extremely huge fascination with the idol that died. I really hope eventually this series kind of differentiates itself from Idol Pride. Because Idol Pride was an anime with lots of narrative issues where it juggled too many characters than it had to work with. And it pretty much put most of its characters in the background with like rush idol performances and a cop-out ending. I can really hope it avoids those trappings, but so far it seems like it's following it for beat by beat significantly. I still have hope though, because I did like what I saw from the first two episodes. But now it's really starting to feel similar now in this episode to an extent. Cute little name though, I ain't gonna lie. And they're gonna really, because the series does have a huge cast of characters. I like how Hiromi is so informal. I like it. Mako, cute name. I like. Whoa, rude much though. But regardless, I mean, nothing wrong with trying to build up some camaraderie, though. But and again, I guess you guys give Reina some good characterization and seeing her absolute seriousness in almost everything. Man, Douglas is fucking adorable. I laugh. I love everything that she's involved with. You know, Nagisa doesn't look so bad for someone that isn't completely styled up, though. I ain't gonna lie. I like how it looks so fucking formal when it comes to the introduction. Yeah! Damn. Yeah, she is. I mean, she seems like she's got the most. I wanted a young detective Chiton as a reference to Detective Conan. But yeah, it's ironic how Sixer seems like the most mature girl out of all of them. Like, no joke. I'm assuming some are going to be changing their stance on their excitement levels once things start getting pretty hard, though, and once they go through some of the idle exercises. Oh, yo, I'm hot for that. I wonder what it means by live. It's a figurative sense because it'll just be a practice or like an actual. Oh, okay. So they mean actual live. Semi Panda sounds more like a dude, though, if you ask me. I like how the moment he mentions camera, some of them are trying to look all cutesy for it. I like how Al looks so nervous. Oh, that's cute. The beer in her eyes. Oh, I'm sure she's in it will be fine though. She's got enough charm. Huh. Let's hope she didn't pick someone that's gonna fall into her favor. I'm gonna cross my fingers and root for a girl. Dancing instruments. Mmm. Okay. I wonder if one of the songs is going to involve the one from the idol that died. Well, not this one, but maybe later on in the series. So, like how Idly probably did something like that near the end of the series. I like this too because not only does it mean they have to perform well, they also got to show even when they're not performing too. So I actually like this. It adds a little bit of urgency here. Hey, that's a sound line of thinking there. They should probably pick up which of the songs they like the most and try to see if there's any overlap. I'm pretty sure Udo is gonna mind, or maybe she will mind. Yo, you think they're in the same group? Holy, so much edge already. But I like this though because it's only gonna be more rewarding if Shizune and Rina truly. Whoa. But I'm not gonna blame Rina for having doubts though. What the fuck did you want for her then? And so you can't win with this girl, but the thing is, there are people like that in real life. I'm pretty sure it'd be entertaining television if they put it on TV. The thing is, be easier if Reyna shut off the bit switch that she's got. And yes, it is one. I'm not gonna freaking hold back on that. I understand why she does have it on, but at the same time, there is such a thing as being a little bit too abrasive. You know what I wish? I wish we saw this on screen. You know, seeing all their skills with the instruments, because I have seen a lot of musical animes. I've seen Argonoids from Bang Gym where we actually do see the individual characters and bands actually practice out their instruments. It's a shame that this series is already pulling similar shit that Ali Pride did too. Where with Ali Pride, either skip through performances or it's skipped through training sequences. It's feeling too rushed now, which is one of the concerns I had when I reacted to the first two episodes. There's just too many characters for the series to try to build up in like a single core. Hey, it's only fair. I mean, she went through the effort of prepping the food. Yeah, I mean, it actually puts a lot of responsibility on her shoulders there. Of course, Adoka would say that. You know, shit's through when the person making the food says Adoka's going a bit too far when it comes to eating the food. That's cute. Whoa! Maybe because Shizune and Reina argue against each other. Um, no, I mean they all look equally great. The girls. I think it's maybe because Reina and the girl argue against each other, and that's why the tension has to be the tension between the two. Because people do love drama. Oh no! Don't tell me it's actually copying Adelie Pride to the point where it even has the sister related to the girl that's deceased. Oh come on! No! Don't tell me it's even copying that. Because at that point, that feel like straight up plagiarism. Well, not plagiarism, but it'd be pretty damn close. Now, one of there's going to be a plot point where the sister's going to be angry towards her older sister for not spending more time with her, and then they're going to argue, and their last meeting is going to be a meeting with antagonistic feelings right before the older girl passes away in the car crash. I wonder if it's going to do something similar. It's actually really cute, though, seeing the fondness that they both have with each other, though. Oh. Oh. But no, on all serious note, it really does feel like it's copying Adelaide Pride. It really does. I mean, holy shit. Hmm. I mean, hey, that's type of personal. Well, yeah, and that's type of personal stuff that you wouldn't want leaking out. So I wouldn't blame Renner for thinking that way. And as much as I feel like it copies Adelaide Pride, it does at the very least explain why she's always on edge when it comes to Shizune being less than perfect. When it comes to how Shizune handles things. That's a good point. Akari had to make a name for herself. Mm-hmm. And saying that, I do love that determination, though. It does make her a little bit more lovable, if you ask me. This again, it feels like Idly Pride. We're in Idly Pride. You had one of its main girls have a heart condition where she can only really started singing. I mean, yes, it's not the same thing because Shizune didn't get some kind of heart transplant, but it starts out with one of our main girls coming from a hospital. Just like Idly Pride. I'm like, bro, how many similarities is this going to have with Idly Pride? I'm like, geez. Like, if it starts having like a motherfucking Akari showing up as a ghost talking to people, I don't know how to react if it did that. But, and saying that even if it has those similarities to Idly Pride, here's the thing about that. The thing that I like about this series too is, even though it's similar to Idly Pride, it can still avoid some of the trappings as long as it doesn't have the bullshit compa ending like Alley Pride had, where you don't really have a winner because I'm not gonna say too much for people who haven't seen it yet. But as long as it has some kind of bullshit combat ending, this series could still be more interesting than Idly Pride if it avoids the missteps. Yeah, there's no way Rena would make that assumption, though. I like this at the very least. Reina, she's softening up now that she opened up a bit about herself. And we're seeing her a bit more smiley now. That again feels like Idly Pride, where you both had Mood Tempest and Sunny Pride, where they were both idol units that were together yet separate. Yes, it's both of our girls being together and separate, but it feels like a similar concept, though. Damn. And I apologize to y'all who haven't seen Idly Pride, but fuck. This series is really really hammering home the similarities. Where it's going to be hard to not associate this with Idly Pride. But I have a feeling that Shizune and Rin are going to pull it off because those two are talented. And it fits in pretty well because with the darker outfit of Reina, wait, so they haven't rehearsed yet? Yo, that's badass. Okay, and they pull it off. That's going to be absolutely cool. Alvin, Yon, Song, Ni. I love how it feels. Has like 7 cuts where it says by Akari there really quick. Okay, this I'll actually give it an advantage over Idly Pride. They're actually showing our girls do a major performance on screen without skipping it. I'm giving this an extra point over Idly Pride because Idly Pride had its bullshit where it skipped the first performances of the main girls in that series. And it really pissed me off when that series did it. Here, they're not doing that. They're actually showing a great first performance from both Reina and Shizune. So that is awesome because the way the CGI is rendered looks beautiful. It looks smooth. And not just that, but I love how the dresses are detailed, so it's a little bit harder to tell that it's CGI. So, who's ever part of the CG team, they deserve a raise. The only way you can really tell if it's CGI is, again, by the shading of the necks, because it feels so uniform, but in a good way. And the hair textures. That's and now something else that I love here. I love how you can feel the pain of Akari's loss, the way you see Shizune and Rina look set on those little flashback bits too. It looks really damn nice. And when I say want to start beating my butterfly wings, it really fits in well with the themes in the series because they're both showing out at that specific moment. And when I say that chased after my precious rolling in, I'll captivate it now. It really fits in because the girls are trying to go for yells too. So I don't know. I like how the song actually had meaningful connections with the themes and the series itself too. Oh. I mean, they're still rivals. Hey, I mean, at least you got a compliment from Reina. That's progress. I hope it goes to 100,000. Come on, go. Oh, man, I wish you would have settled on the number. But wow, this episode was okay. I ain't gonna lie, the first half, it had me worried. It really, really had me worried. But the second half was damn good. So I'll give it credit for that. Now, here's the thing that I like about this episode. I like how there's at least some plot progression. At least now we know what the girls are competing for. And we have a nice rivalry forming between Reina and Chizune. And I love how you have Reina and Chizune have a connection to an extent because obviously Reina loved her sister because they were both related and she just loved the way her sister performed as an idol. But then you had Chizune that was also uplifted by Akari. Even though she never knew Akari directly, she was uplifted by her music. So that's why I love it from a story standpoint. It had that nice emotional touch to it. Did it feel similarly to Idly Pride? Yes, it did. Yes, they did. Fuck yeah. Hmm. Oh shit! I'm assuming this might end up being the first where all the people in the groups can advance. I do hope they get some emphasis on the two other groups though. I already know who I'm going to root for though. I'm going to root for Nodoka's team because honestly, she's the one that's the most hilarious character. If Nodoka loses, I fucking rhyme. Well, no, I won't rhyme, but I'll be disappointed in this series. If Nodoka loses, oh boy, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck. Well, nah. Actually, I kind of will be pissed the fuck off because she's honestly one of the emotional links in this series. She's the one that keeps on bringing jokes. So if she loses, a lot of the humor in the series will die. So I really hope for Naruto's sake she's kept in there. But yeah, that's what I thought the episode had a nice emotional punch. And saying that, yes, there is an issue with the series though. Since it's following Idly Pride too much beat by beat, there's a big issue that these writers, I feel like they're copying bits of Idly Pride, but they may not necessarily understand the bits of Idly Pride that are the good bits and the bad bits. Let me explain that. Now, the writing staff let's just call it how it is. Them copying Adelaide Pride wouldn't be a bad thing if they only take the good bits from it and they leave out all the bad bits. The thing is, though, this series, you can tell it's taking the bad bits from Adelaide Pride, though. And let me explain by that. It's ending up similar to Adelaide Pride. When Adelaide Pride, they focus on Sakura Kotono and Mana. Those three got emphasis. Now, here's the issue with this series. So far, out of all our girls, really only Reina and Shizune have had defined characterization. We're already on episode 3 in the series, and all the other girls don't have much characterization. Now, the reason why that's an issue is because since this series seems so dead set on completing Adelaide, I'm worried that it's also going to be like ignoring the side characters. Because that's the reason why Adelaide Pride fell apart, at least in my opinion, because you had all these girls, yet almost none of them got major emphasis. So that's my issue with this episode. And that was apparent too. Like, I would have loved to have seen some of the girls do some practices together so that I'd go, okay, you know what? I give a shit about these other girls. The issue is the series didn't do that. So instead of it making me feel like I should care about the other girls, this series is only making me feel like I should only give a shit about Shizune, Reina, and that's it. No one else. And that's a bad thing because this series really emphasizes the fact that a lot of these girls should matter. But they don't, though, so far. And in skipping training sequences, that's a huge deal because it's like, why am I going to give a shit about the future episodes if the only characters I should care about are Shizune and Reina? That's going to make it feel like, okay, I guess Shizune and Reina, those scenes, okay, they'll matter. But anything not involving those two will feel like a waste of time, which is, again, an issue that Adelaide Pride had. And this series is so dead set on copying it. Because for fuck's sake, in Adelaide Pride, you had a plot point where and one of its main girls, and I looked it up, it was Sakura that had the heart issues. She was uplifted by the music of Mana. You have Shizune have almost a similar backstory to that. So I'm like, really now? Shit, the only thing really now is just Akari showing up as a ghost like Mana did, and bam. It would really be damn similar. So that's my concern with this episode. Yes, I enjoyed it. But I'm already seeing similar weaknesses. And that's not the only issue I had with the episode, too. Because another issue with this episode is this series is emphasizing the reality TV fact. But the thing is, though, in emphasizing the reality TV, it's doing a bad job of not mentioning that enough because you don't see any bits in the episode where the girls doing things in their casual lives are affecting the amount of yells they're getting at all. Except for maybe that small bit where they mentioned that Reina and Shizune put out a lot of yells because of Reina's blood relation with Akari, but that's about it. You would think with the way they emphasized in this episode, they would have, I don't know, built it up a little bit more. But they're not doing that. And again, it's feeling rushed because the whole reality TV angle was something that Adelaide Pride didn't have, and this series could really use it to make it feel different from itself and make it feel like its own living, breathing series that doesn't feel similar to Adelaide Pride. But the thing is, the series isn't taking advantage of that. And that's my other issue with the episode, too. Yes, I enjoyed it, but damn, I'm not going to ignore its shortcomings. Because I called out Adelaide Pride when it was on its bullshit. So if this series does something similar, I'm also going to call it out when it does similar bullshit. And I also do that too with Love Live Superstars. And you know, I love Love Live Superstars. But when that series pulls up its bullshit, I call out on it too. And Love Live Superstars is a great series. But it's like, damn. It really is just disappointing seeing how the second episode was strong and this episode couldn't continue on the momentum of episode 2, which is a damn shame. And saying that it wasn't all tragic, though, I did like seeing Shizune and Reina getting more yells. That was nice. And to its credit, something else that I did enjoy about this episode was seeing the character moment for Reina where she's at the very least opening up a little bit more. I love finding out why she's so serious too. It was nice. So, and a little bit of emotional tension in the episode. And to give it credit, seeing Shizune doing a full-on performance without collapsing shows you that she's matured a lot, because in seeing her do a full performance, at least now we see like that she's got more self-confidence in herself. So that's what I loved about this episode, because seeing Shizune put on a full performance after she messed up in episode 1 was really emotionally rewarding. So that's why I do have to give the episode credit where credit's due. And that's why, from a script standpoint, even though the episode could have done better, it at least passes. But damn, I need to see more originality from episode 4. Damn it. It can't just be like this. A freaking knock of Utterly Pride. Because if not, this series will end up being a big-ass disappointment. And I'm going to be honest with you. When Utterly Pride started, I had high expectations for that series. Until the last few episodes of the series fucking... Ugh. So yeah, I still have expectations for the series that are significantly high. But it's like, damn. It really needs to do some intense shit in the coming weeks. Because if it doesn't, this anime will end up being one of the biggest disappointments of the year by far. And that's saying a lot, because I've seen a lot of anime this year. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the script. I enjoyed bits and pieces of it, but there are some bits that concerned me. That concerned me a lot. Now, in saying that, it wasn't all negative, though. I thought the visuals were great. The CGI quality looked damn good. I was impressed, because I've seen a lot of idol anime. And while, yes, it may not necessarily be on the level of Love Live Superstar, it's still a tier above most idol anime I've seen. And let me compare it to some of the idol anime I've seen in the past. It's above the CGI quality of the idol anime Idols that aired a few seasons ago. And it's definitely a step up above. So the idol animation I saw in Idol Fruit Tart, and it's definitely above the animation quality I saw in Geki Idol. So, as far as idol animation goes, this is still a step up above most of the conventional idol anime I've seen over the last 2 years. So, I'll give credit to the animators. They know what the fuck they're doing, and if the series fails, it isn't going to be because of the animators at all. They're doing their best they can to make us entertaining product, and they're succeeding. And the art team does a great job too, because I thought the character designs looked great. The artwork was on model from start to finish. So I gotta give praise. And the backgrounds look gorgeous too. So as much as I had a few negative things to say about the script, I've got nothing bad to say about the animation quality. It was damn good. But almost forgot to mention, I thought the music was really great too. I thought the lyrics were meaningful. It didn't feel out of place. I felt like the music really fitting with the vibe of the series. So that's another thing I also got to give credit to the series for. It sounded really damn gorgeous. And the soundtrack was good too. So that's why, if I had to rate the episode on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, 10 being exceptional, here's what I'm going to rate it. I think I'll be fair. I'm going to rate it above average, but I'm going to give it I'll give it a 7.25 out of 10. And here's why I hesitated in my rating. Because I know I have to rate it something higher than episode 1, but not as much as episode 2. So I think 7.25 is an even ground, because the musical performance from both of the main girls was really great. But This series is starting to rush, and it's not heeding what episode 2 did. Episode 2 learned to slow things the fuck down. This series did not slow things the fuck down. Instead, it sped the fuck up. I'm like, fuck. Just slow the fuck down. Unfortunately, no, it doesn't seem like the series is going to do that because it seems like it's set to be a... Let me check on my list. How many episodes is it set for? Again. Oh, it's set for 13 episodes. Yeah, I won't be able to slow the fuck down. Not with 13 episodes. Oh, boy. But yeah. These are my thoughts on the episode. I enjoyed it. But there are some damn issues this series needs to iron out, because if it doesn't, it's going to fall apart. I'm going to just be honest. But yeah. These are my thoughts on the episode, y'all. I enjoyed it, but with a lot of reservations. I would love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. And I'd love to hear whether y'all enjoyed it as much as I did, or if you absolutely disliked the episode, if you absolutely loved it. I really like to hear the vibe that people got from the episode, because I'm really curious. And as for everyone else, thank you very much for watching my video, and have a great, safe, and fantastic day, everyone. And thank you so much for watching my video. Bye-bye.